Hello everyone and welcome back to Viper's Fangs. Let's take a look at these guys. So they got 159 damage, a whopping 396 RPM, and a critical chance of 13%. You know I like to see that, but don't get too close. Because like a Viper, they'll coil up and go That was my Viper impression. And similar to the Viper, I'm also wearing a hat. I'm wearing the Scare Bear right now, 25% bonus damage at the cost of 15% more bullet spread. We'll see how that goes with the 396 RPM. Did I say that right? 396? It was 396, right? 396 RPM. So we'll see how that goes. I may or may not suggest the hat after time goes by. So let's hop into game. Okay, so here we are in game on Madagascar Ruins on Deathmatch. Somebody is already attempting to kill me. That was fast. You wasted no time doing that. I'm just trying to do the intro, Kazuki Menden. What are you doing, man? Leave me be while I talk about this. Let me talk about this reload animation. So, I like the way that the magazines are ejected out, but then it kind of gets a pass, I guess, but just because you can't actually see the reload animation because he goes off screen to do the thing. I am in a fantastic mood this morning. I need to be using my stealth. I woke up, had like the latter third of an omelet along with some bacon and hash browns, and it was excellent. Great way to start the day. Now I'm just chilling in my room with my windows open, recording an episode of Blitz Brigade. I edited a vlog that I did yesterday. We went to Little Tokyo, so if you haven't seen that yet, go scope it out. I had a great time. And now I get to use the Viper's Fangs. These were requested by someone yesterday. I'm sorry I'm lapsing on your name. I should have wrote it down. But I wanted to get this out really quickly. So let's take a look at the spread really quickly, and this is with a 15% more bullet spread. So the worst it can get, what weapon were we just using that had a very similar bullet spread to that? We were just using, what am I firing at? I don't know if I actually saw anything there. Let's go ahead and respawn. Weren't we just using a weapon that was doing this? Was it the Cobra Strike? I think it was the Cobra Strike that we were talking about that had a fairly similar bullet spread to it. So I also wanted to ask you guys about that. Last time I asked if you would like me to give you just the pros and cons of a weapon and leave you guys to come up with a score, or rather just to make your own decisions about a weapon, but it seemed the general consensus was that you liked the score, so I'm going to be giving you a score for the Viper's Fangs today. In between games here, I did exit out and unequip my hat, and now we're on Malta Docks. I'm trying to swipe away a tweet. I'm trying to swipe away treats. Treats? Did I say treats or tweets? I guess I'll never know. Or rather, I'll know in editing. Here we go. Coming in hot. And invisible. Well, that ended quickly. Here we are on Game 2 on Malta Docks. The first one ended really quick. I feel like I've barely been able to get, like, a word out. But now we're in a full game, so we'll see how this goes. So far, my only complaint is the amount of ammo in the clip. 23 rounds split amongst two weapons. One does not hold as much as the other, I suppose. Wow, this hurts. It's just that between the reload speed being normal without the reload buff of the soldier, this isn't available on the soldier, and the fact that it spews out ammo so quickly, you are going to be reloading. Though you have to bear in mind that this is a secondary weapon, so you're not going to be using it, or ideally you won't be using it as your primary weapon like I am here. You'll be swapping to it when the amount in your primary weapon is not enough to kill an opponent. You'll be swapping to it immediately rather than reloading. Then it is perfect. It's a quick swap time. Look at this. You bring them straight up, they're ready to fire. Let's see, I'm just gonna hold down the fire button. So let's see how ready they are to fire. There you go. So I held down the fire button as soon as I could. So they got a fairly quick swap time, definitely faster than reloading your weapon. A primary weapon. I think that's my team's. Mine. So if you're using it like that, I can go ahead and say right now that I highly recommend the Viper's Fangs. They spew out damage so fast that you'll be able to finish off an enemy easily. Right now I have the Vampire's Bite equipped as my primary weapon. Unfortunately, it's part of my rules in Honest Attempts that I don't use either. If I'm using a primary weapon, I won't use my secondary, and vice versa. So today we're using it as a pseudo primary weapon. Why do I look so low right now? Why do I feel like I'm really low to the ground? This is interesting. Oh, really quick announcement too, for those of you that like Clash Royale, I've made a clan. It's called Dreadtleites, just like the Blitz Brigade squad. DREADTLEITES. That's how you spell it. The only requirement is that you have 800 or more trophy ranking. Oh, there's somebody over there. Uh-oh. I started firing way too soon. I only have 4 rounds left. I am going to die. I'm going to run back to spawn really quickly just to get more ammo, because I am already out. See, that's what I'm saying. See, these are... Although they can function as your primary weapon, they really should be used as a secondary. You pull them out when you need to reload, and I'm sure that's what you're going to use them for. I'm just using them in a weird case here. I'm also having a little bit more success without a hat that boosts damage and bullet spread. So I would actually recommend going with these bareheaded rather than using a stat boosting hat. You honestly don't need it. And you probably won't need all the ammo that it gives you if you are using it as a secondary weapon. So right now, as a secondary weapon, I'm going to give the Viper's Fangs probably... Well, I'll tell you in the next game. So if I were to rate the Viper's Fangs as I would a primary weapon, it would probably get around 6 to 7 out of 9. We'll call it 6. A 6 out of 9 full gores, which isn't great. It's not spectacular. It's just it doesn't have the amount of ammo in the clip that would justify it being a primary weapon like I'm using it right now. However, as a secondary weapon, that's an 8 out of 9. You're looking at an 8 out of 9 full gores for this guy. If you've done damage to the enemy, but the amount of ammo that you had in the clip wasn't enough and you had to swap to something immediately to put out a little bit more damage, this is the answer. The Viper's Fangs are a great answer to that issue. If you use them in a normal fight, you will probably get frustrated just over the fact that it does not win a fight over the Winslow SMG, a couple of Demolisher weapons like the Q27 Predator and the 6 Surprise. It won't win in a gunfight against those. It will not. However, other primary weapons will, or the Drumhammer apparently. Oh, I forgot to swap. My bad. See? I'm breaking rules. I'm breaking rules here. Gosh, the Vampire's Bite is so good. I highly recommend this paired with the Vampire's Bite, mostly because the Vampire's Bite only has like, what, 5 rounds? Yeah, 5 rounds in the clip. Only got 5 rounds in the clip. So if you can, this is a great support weapon for that. Because oftentimes, if you're having trouble tracking the enemy for some reason, then you can just swap to these after you fire your 5. Finish the job. Alright, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of Honest Attempts. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, I highly recommend the Viper's Fangs as a secondary weapon. Don't be me and use these as a primary weapon all the time. It's not their role. Alright, guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.